Hello, Aquarius. Welcome. I hope everyone is doing well. Today we are doing your general reading. So let's get started with your oracles. Messages for Aquarius. I have need time to heal. Right now I'm in a space where I need to focus on my healing and self-love. This isn't about you, it's about me. And on the bottom is soon. I'm going to contact you soon. This seems like it could be separation. Get the graffiti cards. We're going to get 3 of these. Messages for Aquarius. Have deceitful, liar, liar, pants on fire, withholding the truth. Late bloomer, needs time to learn and grow. Naive, innocent, success later in life. Delayed, slow and steady rise. And cursing themselves, bad decisions and regret, wanting to reach out. That's interesting because we have this, I'm going to contact you soon, wanting to reach out. On the bottom is naive romantically, inexperienced and overly romantic, easily tricked and manipulated by others. So we had this naive right here with late bloomer. It's appearing as though someone feels like they've been fooled by the other somehow or manipulated. So let's get some more. I'm going to get the yin yang. We're going to get 3 of these for more context. Messages for Aquarius. We have Pluto and transformation, transcendence and unity, and Mercury, messages, travel, communication. On the bottom is third eye clarity. See, once again, someone wanting to get in contact with the other. Someone here feels like they've I'll just say that someone wants to turn things around here. I don't know if they're the one who is wanting to do this is necessarily at fault for whatever this separation is, but someone here is definitely wanting to reach out to the other and turn things around. Okay. So it seems like one is not wanting to talk to the other, and the other one is trying to um, get an opportunity to speak. Okay, so let's get started with the overall energy with the tarot. Overall energy for Aquarius. Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The Six of Wands. And the Two of Swords in reverse. On the bottom is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Hold on. Okay. So you could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is also like someone is wanting the other to see something that they feel was not seen or isn't being seen. There's a feeling here in regards to the one who wants to communicate is like, I'm trying to get you to understand something. Like there could have been a misunderstanding here for the reason for this separation. Um, but this looks like to me someone wanting to take action to get someone to see something they weren't seeing before. This is like, I need you to understand in regards to whatever this situation is. Queen of Wands, Six of Wands, Two of Swords in reverse. Seven of Swords. Eight of Swords in reverse. A Priestess in reverse. Something has been revealed here that it seems to me like there is a misunderstanding, or the way something come out was not the truth. Like someone's been put in a bad light here and they're trying to redeem themselves, as though it's like what's been presented here is not the facts, and someone's wanting to prove that to the other. Seven of Swords, Eight of Swords in reverse, High Priestess in reverse. It's showing up like whoever is upset here at the other doesn't have all the facts. Eight of Wands in reverse, yeah. But what I think is the problem here is the one who's upset is not wanting to speak to the other. Five of Swords in reverse, yeah. Not wanting to fight. And Two of Swords, yeah. This is showing up like for the one who's wanting to get in contact with the other, it's like, I want to prove myself. I want to tell you my side of the truth, but even though you won't speak to me, that way, you can have an informed decision on what you want to do about this situation. And it feels to me like who's wanting to do this, they have been like the truth isn't, someone doesn't know the full truth here. Like this person may be guilty of something, but there's also misinformation here. Like this situation didn't need to be as bad as it turned out to be if someone had all the facts. And whoever's wanting to contact the other here, they're just wanting to give that, they're wanting the truth to be known. That way, whoever is upset at them can, I feel like they want them to see things differently or see things from a truthful perspective. That way they can make their own decisions on if they want to continue being mad at this person or not. Tell me about the overall energy for Aquarius. The scythe, cutting something or someone out. Yeah, see. This feels to me like there's been some sort of deception, which we have this deceitful here. What I feel like has happened here is the person who's upset at the other feels like they've been lied to. And the one who's wanting to reach out but can't get in contact because the other isn't talking to them, I feel like they may have done something here, like something created this situation. But I don't think the one who's upset knows the whole truth, or this feels to me like gossip or he said, she said type things where the full truth isn't out. But the one who's trying to defend themselves can't defend themselves because the one that's upset doesn't want to speak to them. The house, this is the literal home, family, stability, security. This is showing up like I want things to be clear. So from the one who wants to contact the other, I want things to be clear. I don't want to fight. I know what someone here is saying. I know what the truth is, and I just want that to be known. This could be a family situation, but this is like someone who's standing 10 toes down on knowing what the truth is and not wanting to fight. This is like I come in peace. I just want the truth to be told. Then we have the bear, an authority figure or protective energy. This feels as strongly as someone who's wanting to defend themselves. This energy that's wanting to contact the other is very bothered by the fact that the other doesn't know the full truth. And it's like they're wanting to be like, before you make a decision, let me tell you the full truth. Now, I have no idea what this conflict is about. I just know that there has either been some kind of gossip or he said, she said. There's been some sort of misunderstanding here to and the one who's wanting to contact the other is trying to make it right, at least to the point where the truth is known. I feel like this feels like a friendship. It could be a family situation, but it is very important for the one who wants to contact the other to know the truth, because they don't want the one who's not communicating with them to see them in the light that they're seeing them at this point. Okay. So let's see the situation. Tell me about the situation for Aquarius. Death, Scorpio energy, the King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and the Page of Wands. There's some, without a doubt, someone here wants to communicate. And this death on the bottom is the wheel of fortune in reverse. This death is showing up like this Pluto in transformation. This is, every time I see this, this is telling me that someone wants to turn things around. Change, transformation. I want to turn this situation around. I need to communicate in order to turn things around. So you could be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. For the one who wants to contact the other, there has to be some level of love, respect, admiration, because for the other, because the one who feels like the other one doesn't know the full truth, they don't want them to see them in a bad light. Because I feel like this is like, you can be mad at me if you want to, but I want you to know the truth. That way you see things clearly in regards to whether you should be this mad at me or not. So I strongly feel like this is all stemming from some kind of gossip, or he said, she said, hearsay. Tell me about death, the King of Cups, Page of Wands, Temperance. Bring balance in order for there to be change. Four of Wands, and the Hanged Man in reverse. See, this is like, if this is becoming unstuck. If I could just talk to them, I could become unstuck. Once again, this looks like it could be family, or there's some sort of strong foundation here between these two. I want to bring balance in order for there to be change. Temperance, Four of Wands, Hanged Man in reverse. King of Swords in reverse. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And the Fool. Wanting the opportunity to become unstuck. In wanting the opportunity to communicate in order to become unstuck. This is like, I want the opportunity to speak my truth. But see, the problem here is the one that's upset is not speaking to the other. That's what this is saying. I want to be able to bring balance and turn things around, but the one who's upset at me is not communicating with me. I want the opportunity to communicate so I can become unstuck. It seems to me like if the one that's pissed off would just hear the other one out, there could be some sort of resolution here, because I feel like the one who wants to communicate knows their truth, and it's like they feel very strongly, if I could speak my truth, this could be cleared up. So what I feel like is going on here is the one who's angry at the other has listened to outside sources and not gone to the source to find out the facts. So, and now that they're pissed off about whatever these outside sources have said, they're not willing to communicate with the other. When truly what they should be doing is going to the source and finding out what they have to say about the situation. Tell me about the situation for Aquarius. Key, getting answers. Yeah. See, once again, it's indicating like this could be this could get turned around. This could be turned around if the other would communicate with me. Getting answers. And we have the woman, feminine energy, so you could be a feminine or dealing with a feminine. This is really talking about, I admire this person, I respect this person. We had a strong bond, but that's no more at this point. And the whip and broom, stress, anger, anxiety. See, I want the opportunity to speak so I can become unstuck. But the other person is angry at me, or there's stress here due to that. See, on the bottom is the snake, deception. This happens more times than not. I mean, I've had this happen in my own life where someone listened to other people and got angry towards me over something I didn't even say. So, and I feel like this is that type of situation. Like, instead of hearing the other person out, um, someone is just taking whatever's been said and taking it as truth and is angry about whatever this communication was. So now they're angry at someone else. Well, I'm not going to speak to them no more, because this does feel like whoever is angry feels deceived by the other. People in my situation, this was someone who done this in order to break my friendship up with this other person. So this could be someone who's trying to break a friendship up, this outside person trying to get this person pissed off at the other to break up the relationship, whatever that relationship is. So, but it should be the one who's pissed off, it should be their responsibility to say, well, I want to hear their side of the story. I want to see what they have to say about this. But instead, they're saying, well, I'm pissed off, so I'm not going to talk to this person anymore. I don't want to hear what they have to say. All right, tell me about the outcome for Aquarius. The Four of Cups, the Knight of Swords in reverse, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and the Ten of Cups. This seems to be like it could be a family situation. This could be a situation where family's trying to turn family against other family. Discontentment about lies being told. In regards to family. Four of Cups, Knight of Swords in reverse, Ten of Cups. Ten of Wands in reverse. Five of Pentacles. Yeah. and the moon. Yeah, I think that's what this is. I feel like there's been lies told here on someone else in order for the one who's pissed off to leave them out in the cold. Because this is showing up as like an offer that may or may not be took. And the offer here is if the one who's wanting to contact the other is saying, if the one who's pissed off would just take my offer, I could end these burdens. Due to lies, I've been left out in the cold. And now family, or, this could even be friends that are as close as family, but it's saying they're not seeing the full picture here. There's confusion, there's illusion. Ten of Wands in reverse, Five of Pentacles, the moon. The Hermit in reverse. The Five of Wands. Yep. And the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. For the one who's wanting to communicate, for the one who's wanting to speak their truth, they feel like their hands are tied because the other will not communicate with them. They feel like if the other would just communicate with them, that they could clear this all up. And I do believe that the one who's trying to communicate knows that someone else was involved in this. There's some sort of competition or jealousy here. And they know, the one who's wanting to communicate knows that as long as the one who's upset is not willing to communicate with them, things are just not going to work out well for them. It's like they know they can't reach the other or get the other to see things their way as long as they're not willing to speak to them. But I swear this feels like some outside person, this was their plan, their strategy. Tell me about the outcome for Aquarius. Stars, illumination. Yep. This is like, if you would just take my offer to communicate with me, I could end this burden. Just give me the opportunity to illuminate things. The dog is loyalty. Yeah. What is this? Like, I'm hearing devil's advocate. Like there's an outside person and they're pretending to play devil's advocate, but really it's like the devil in someone's ear. They're saying they're acting as though they're loyal to this person. But they're really just trying to turn them against the one who these I'm hearing rumors have been made up about in order to put this person out in the cold. And the Clover, this is luck or serendipity. Once again, this is talking about having the opportunity to turn things around. It's saying that for the one that is, there's that deception again, for the one that is pissed off, the only way this can be turned around is if the one that's pissed off would be willing to talk to the one who's wanting to communicate. But right now, I feel like they're just like, no, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to hear what you have to say. And more than likely, especially if there's an outside person who's influencing all this, it'll be a matter of time. But the one that's pissed off will eventually see through the one who's creating all this. Um, the truth is always revealed. And I feel like the one who's wanting to contact the other is going to have to give this situation time in order for themselves to be redeemed. But I feel like if the one who's upset doesn't speak to them, it's only a matter of time before they'll see things for what they are, the one who's upset. Because I keep seeing what happened to me in my head. But that's exactly what happened in my situation. Me and this person didn't talk for years. And then she contacted me and told me, I regret everything that happened, yada, yada. So tell me about the advice for Aquarius. But I did, and I also was able to tell her my truth, that what the other person was saying was a lie. Ten of Wands, Page of Swords, Knight of Cups in reverse. Yeah, this is saying that saying exactly what I just said. That this may take some time, um, because the one who's wanting to contact the other is not getting that support, or their situation, their circumstances are not being supported right now because the one who's pissed off is, on the side of the outside person who's creating all this. So it's saying this is going to take some time because the time isn't right now for all this to be revealed. It seems to me like it's trying to indicate the one that's pissed off needs to see things for themselves before things are made right here. Ten of Wands, Page of Swords, Knight of Cups in reverse, Two of Wands, Five of Cups in reverse, and Ace of Pentacles. Yep. The person who's pissed off is going to have to see who their real friends are for themselves. Even if it is family or whatever the situation is, they're going to have to see it for themselves. Two of Wands, Five of Cups in reverse, Ace of Pentacles. Right now, I feel like they think they can trust this person. Knight of Pentacles in reverse, Four of Pentacles, Nine of Wands. This person who's pissed off is very influenced by other people. To me, this feels like it's saying it's only a matter of time. I also feel like this person who's pissed off at the other should be feeling guarded towards this outside person. It's saying they shouldn't trust them. So I don't know. In regards to this reading, I don't know, as far as Aquarius is concerned, I don't know which side you're on. I don't know if you're the one who's wanting to contact someone, or if you're the one who's pissed off at someone where someone else told you something, that this person deceived you somehow. If that's the case, if you're the one that's pissed off at someone, I would suggest finding out that person's story, because they want to tell their side of the story. But if you're the one who someone is pissed off at you due to gossip or rumors told by an outside person, it's going to take some time. Because right now they think that this person is their BFF, and it's going to take time for them to see this person for who they are. And who I feel like they are is, the feeling is it benefits for this person, this energy, this outside person. They're thinking it benefits me for me to have this friendship or this closeness with this person who's pissed off at the other. So I'm going to separate these two because I don't like the closeness. That way I can have that closeness with this person because it benefits me somehow. So when this person, it feels to me like supply. So like when this person is done using the one that's pissed off at the other, then they'll go on to something else. And that's when the one that's pissed off right now will see, oh, I've been duped. And then that's when they'll be willing to hear the one that's wanting to communicate out. This really feels like some kind of like high school type friendship thing, or this could even go on between family members. It's clearly triangulation, someone pitting one against the other for their own benefit. Tell me about the advice for Aquarius. Ring, commitment. Yeah. See, broken promises, choosing a path. It's saying that it's not going to happen right now. If you're the one that's wanting to speak your truth to the one that's pissed off, it's saying it's not going to happen right now. Um, but this situation is going to come back around where the one who wants to speak their truth is going to be redeemed. The crossroads, yeah. There's going to be some type of change here. And it's once again, like I said, I feel like this person is going to see that the person they're putting their faith and trust in is not really someone to be trusted. Okay, giving or receiving, yeah. This is going to come back around, is what I feel like. This could even be a situation where what this person, the one who's pissed off, is doing to the one who wants to contact them, this may get done to them by this outside person. Like this looks like some kind of history repeating itself, or this is like do unto others as you'd have them do unto you type situation. I feel like it's just indicating that it's only a matter of time that this person is going to see, oh, maybe I should have stuck with this other person. Excuse me. Sorry about that. That come out of nowhere. All right, let's get the closing messages. Closing messages for Aquarius. Okay. Determination. Determination is the unwavering will that drives you to overcome all obstacles and move toward your goals. When determination appears, it reminds you that you have the strength to achieve your dreams, and firm belief is the key to success. The one who has the determination here is the one who's wanting to contact the other. They are determined to speak their truth. On the bottom is fear. Fear is a response to the unknown, reminding you to address the doubts deep within. By facing fear, you will discover your courage and potential, overcoming fear and embracing greater challenges. All right, and the last oracles messages for Aquarius. We have reveal, and on the bottom is protect. Yeah, what I feel like it's indicating is the one who is wanting to contact the other is protected, and everything will be revealed in due time. It may not be immediately, but the truth is going to be revealed. All right, Aquarius, that is what I have for you. If you enjoyed the reading or if it resonated, please hit the like button, subscribe if you like, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.